Hello, thank you for joining me today. Today is September 4th. Let's start about our XR news, weekly news. And the first one is that I find one news very interesting is it's on the Wall Street Journal, and the title is called "Home Flipping Becomes Virtual Reality." In this news, it's pretty much saying that because of the pandemic, right? And people couldn't really go out and even take a look of the house. And the interesting thing is that real estate is rocking during pandemic period. So yeah, because we couldn't, like, investors would rather to spend money to to purchase something that is guaranteed to more like safe options for them to grow their assets. So real estate becomes like one of the something that is really stable and safe options for investors. So that's why buying houses or investment in real estate becomes like rocking high during pandemic time. And a lot of real estate or e-commerce site that start thinking about how to because since people couldn't go out and check the room, or like it's not available physically, they start thinking about how can they use the current technology or the future technology to help them to to do the virtual touring, or help the buyers, investors to make the purchasing decisions. In this article it talks about right now it's possible to buy your house online, just as easy as click, or as easy just like you buy the delivery food that easy, or you buy something on Amazon. Because you see Tesla right now, you can pretty much buy a car online, right? And you can buy some expensive stuff, like for example like home online, which before we didn't even think of that. And so so in this article it shows us a lot of data that people, like for example like Zillow, right, Redfin or Open Door, they find out that actually they got a lot of sales through those like providing a lot of virtual not even virtual tools, but just by providing videos, a lot of photos, and it already accelerate the buying decisions virtually. So I remember like at the beginning of this year, I was looking for an apartment. And I used the apartment.com and some other online tools. And I find out that 3D virtual touring, or meetings, because in a few renting website, it has like a booking virtual tour, which means that you book the tour, and then once the time comes up, you open your computer and click a link. There will be a real person taking 360 camera, or take normal cameras, videos and having a video tools, live tools. For example, I can tell them that I want to take a look at the kitchen, or I want to take a look at the restroom, and the person will use the camera through the video live conference, and she will show me like, oh, how this looks lively. So I find out that is extremely useful. And also the apartment.com, if you go there, some of them has the virtual tour, which means that I click and I can see the entire house, but in 3D, like a 3D inside the website. and then there will be some dots on the floor, so I can keep clicking, and it will animate, like kind of like simulation that I am walking through the entire apartment. So yeah, this really helps me to understand, like, oh, this this is this big, this is that big. So this definitely helps. And imagine, like, in the future for the this will be an opportunity, like a virtual, using virtual reality headset to kind of having an immersive walk through the property or the room, the house. This will definitely helps the buyers making the buyer decision, purchasing decision. Yeah, so I am looking forward to see all the tools that helps to for the real estate or the e-commerce site, for rental or for purchasing house, for them to integrate virtual reality or augmented reality to help them to accelerate the sales. Yeah, so this is pretty much the the news on Wall Street Journal. Yeah, I'm pretty excited to see, like, this happens, because I believe this will pretty much happening pretty soon. Yeah. Okay, the second one I want to share with you is Apple's upcoming ARVR headset. Apple's ARVR headset has been a rumor for a long time. I think since a few years ago, I kind of look at a lot of news, and it all talks about Apple's ARVR headset, and it's not there yet. The interesting about Apple's ARVR or XR industry is that they wait until the last minute and come up with the best device, the best user experience device, and they've occupied the industry. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's like they are not the pioneer to do the experimental, but they rather wait, right, after everyone's failure, and they learn from every other companies. They learn from Google Glass, they learn from like Oculus, or they learn from Meta 2 or HoloLens. They just learn everything from the other companies, and they create something really nice at the end. Yeah, so I feel like that's Apple's strategy. They are probably right before they are the most innovative one, because they always come up with something really new and pioneer. But now I feel like they are fall into a safe position that they want to look at what other people's doing, and they are trying to get all the information, and later on they start innovate something that is good. And soon, once they launch, they pretty much occupy the market pretty soon, because everyone has iPhone, and a lot of people has Apple Watch. So, and like this headset, ARVR headset, requires iPhone to power. It's very interesting that it's not there are a lot of device already can power itself, but Apple still, you need, it depends on the iPhone's power. And they have chips inside the headset. It's from TSMC. Yeah, it's in Taiwan, and one of the largest semiconductor manufacturers in the world. So they use the chips, but that chips only allows the users to transform or transmit the data from their iPhone to the headset. So that chips only had only kind of like compress or decompressing the video, and the power efficiency for maximum battery. It's not really doing its own power, like I would say, it's not really doing any work, but all the hard work will be done on your iPhone, and that device can allow you to see some AR, VR effect from your iPhone. So it's just, like, oh, something that you still need your iPhone to power or to solve the majority of the VR, AR stuff. And that device, the AR, VR headset, is just for you to see what's going on, like through your phone generation, like the data generated from your phone. So I would say that this is, it's like, it's just started, nothing to complain, and they are trying. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. And since I feel like, yeah, I don't know, Apple is always coming up with the new stuff very late. So yeah, I mean, and once they produce something, yeah, it's usually considered high quality and good use with good user experience. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Okay, the third news will be, okay, so the third news is on the Hollywood Reporter. The title is called Venice, Taiwan's virtual reality industry takes fast by storm. Okay, so the very interesting things is that I was born and raised in Taiwan. So yeah, so when I saw this news, I was extremely excited, because when you see news related to Taiwan, is usually the upcoming war between Taiwan and China. Yeah, and this one is like the positive one, right? It seems like Taiwan's virtual reality industry boost, and this article talks about why it boosts. First, Taiwan has a really liberal politics. I would say for the speech about some certain topics, for example, like gay marriage, or some political issues, some human rights, we are pretty open. And yeah, we like, even our president is promoting those speech. But there are some censors for political issues that it might not be absolutely free. Yeah, but I would say for the entertainment and some human rights issues, those are absolutely like free, and people can speak up freely. Yeah, that's that part. So this will definitely accelerating the entertainment or people's imaginations for all the VR or topics. And also the largest semiconductor is in Taiwan. Yeah, so it's I remember I just said that TSMC. TSMC is in Taiwan. It's in Chinese called Taijidian. Yeah, it's in Taiwan. So this will also help the accelerate the VR industry. And also HTC Vive was owned by Taiwan's company. So that also helps. I remember like a long time ago, I mentioned that I find out that when I wear Oculus, because Oculus was not shaped by my face, so I find out that there's something that is a little off, that I couldn't really wear perfectly. But when I wear HTC Vive, it's kind of like know my face so well that whatever I move, it's not falling off. So it's very interesting to have those types of observation. And I believe that it's because that HTC Vive was, owned by Asian company, or owned by a Taiwanese company. So yeah, so that's my observation, like personal experience. So yeah, and also the video game industry in Taiwan or in Asia is like booming. Why? Because we even had a culture called internet cafeteria or internet coffee shop or something, which all the teenagers or all the gamers, they will gather together in those buildings or in those coffee shop, internet coffee shop, and they will pay, like it's kind of like hourly pay. It's probably like 100 NT dollars, and you buy hours, and you can get the best equipment, like PC equipment, and you can play games. So, and then they have meals served, and they have a lot of stuff, and some people just live there, right? They don't need to go home. They just sleep there. They eat their meals and they play games. So this types of culture was pretty popular in Taiwan. So that's why it's kind of like our whole culture is surrounded with, some anime and also, some games, and all those are, like combined together. So I would say that's why I wouldn't surprise that VR go really big in Taiwan, just because all the culture, and we own the largest semiconductor manufacturer in the world, and also, yeah, like free speech for human rights. Those stuff will really help VR's acceleration. So those are today's news, and thank you for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.